Hello everyone, amazing souls. Welcome back to Soul Truth 1111. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. This is a twin flame divine masculine collective reading. So it's a general reading for the divine current energies of the divine masculines. If you'd like a more personalized reading, please feel free to look in the description box for more information on that. And let's get started on this. The first card we have is the Five of Air. And this is tension and conflict. Basically, live and let live. Coming out of a strifeful way of thinking, or mindset, or way of even living. Not feeling that it's important to have to win, an argument or just living in peace, knowing that your intentions that you put out there, they come back to you. So basically that you're making your own reality, and not living in a mindset that it's important to win, but it's important to have integrity and live in your soul truth. And be who you truly are deep within your heart, not follow the illusions of fear or in your mind or possibly your past. Okay? What I'm getting from this one, it's Six of Earth. This is a positive card. It's unexpected resources, happy surprises, generosity. What you send out in love comes back to you. So this is kind of like saying it's where the divine masculines, I think, are leaving the Five of Air and coming into this mindset, rather than the Five of Air, but the Six of Earth. So basically, whereas the Five of Air was like winning or trying to strive to get feel important, it's based on their integrity, and this is basically learning that and knowing that the love that you get back is what you give out. The love that you give out is what you will receive, and how important it is to have that in your mindset and be part of your intent and what you set as your integrity and for your life, because it can change your life what you put out. This is also believing that, Spirit has not forgotten you. Spirit's still working in your life. Know that you're not forgotten, and every lesson that you are learning shows you again that Spirit loves you unconditionally. So divine masculines may be feeling a little bit alone, or that unworthy of even the divine or God's presence, but know that that's not the way God views it. That's not the way Spirit views it. Okay? That you are worthy of unconditional love, and each thing that you have gone through has been a learning process, both for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This whole journey is to learn to get both the divine masculine and feminine to walk in the unconditional love to be able to share that together and then share that with the world. So it's, don't beat yourself up, Divine Masculines. Know that everything has been a lesson, and allow yourself to love yourself and receive, love from Spirit. Yeah, just be open to receive love from Spirit. That's what I'm feeling. Know that that you're not forgotten, and that you matter. Not just that you're not forgotten, but you're on a divine journey. You're on a divine path. You're chosen. You're very special. Okay, this one is a sun. Again, showing you that you're very special. This is the highest card in most any deck that I know of. This is abundance. Projects come to fruition, as well as relationships, growth ensured, plenty, surrounded by abundance. Being deeply grateful. So this is having all your needs met and being in a happy place, a joyous place, a sun place, and a sunshine place, a blissful place, a place of sharing and just abundance and joy in all aspects of your life, and in a place of innocence. Next we have the Justice, this 11 card. This has to do with karma, the law of cause and effect, and what goes around comes around. So I believe the Divine Masculines are really being shown that they need to change their perspective and change the way, their intent on what they're putting out. In other words, I think a lot of Divine Masculines have been dealing with a lot of negativity and looking at the journey in a negative way, like the Divine Feminines are needy or possibly something, when they feel this unconditional love towards them that's from the Divine. There have been some codependent things that have had to be dealt with, but no Divine Masculines that the love that is felt in this journey and in this, through this connection of the Divine Masculine and Feminine, is a soul connection, meaning there is no higher love than the divine, other than this journey. It is divine. And when you experience the divine living through you and being able to love your soul in another person, because you have come to that place within you. I'm feeling really emotional talking about this. I think Spirit really wants the Divine Masculines to understand this, because Divine Feminines are emotional, so they're able to deeply connect to this soul connection in a way oftentimes the Divine Masculines will not at first. So what may be perceived as needy or chasing someone, and this is also why the running and chasing happens, because the Divine Feminines oftentimes are overwhelmed by this emotion that is from the Divine. It's an unconditional love, and sometimes it has to be learned even in the Divine Feminine, because they weren't raised right, or they have things that they need to heal, or karmic a karma, that past karma from past lives, or even from this life, heal from the journey, the twin flame journey. But I believe the Divine Masculines are really understanding that they have tried. They're really being opened up to, they have loved, they have given out. The divine masculines are starting to see where they've erred in the journey, because spirit, not only are they seeking clarity in a lot of situation and in a lot of the past of the journey and being healed from that, but spirit is really shining light on the truths of what the divine feminine is, why she reacts and acts the way she does, why doesn't she go away, and all these things, and understanding how the negativity that they've put in this journey and in the universe has come back to them. And not only come back to them, but to their divine, they've mirrored that negativity to the divine feminine as well. So spirit is bringing justice to this this negativity and this cycle, and helping the divine masculines understand that it's not about winning, it's about integrity. It's about walking in your soul truth and love and unconditional love. This is where happiness comes, because the divine masculines are wanting to be happy, and spirit's really showing them, you know what, it's right in front of your nose, it's been in front of your nose, and they're like having aha moments, like epiphanies, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me kind of thing. All right, this is what I'm feeling, like, where have I been? But it's a beautiful thing. So that's what made me emotional, because I'm seeing the progression from the cards and feeling what is actually taking place. Okay, this is the Star card, and it says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Okay, this is spiritual. The divine masculines are very emotional. I said spiritual, but they're very emotional. This has to do with emotions. So a lot of water here and balance. So because of this change that they're going through, by changing the tension and the conflict and the winning into integrity, they're now putting positive into the universe and love, and they're reaping that now, because justice is going to be served for the divine feminine, who have served love and waited patiently and given. And so divine feminines, don't give up, so don't be rash to, or don't move so quickly to move away, because I feel spirit's moving in a lot of divine masculines. Okay, take these as they resonate to your own specific situation. And I'll say it again, which I always say, take the cards as they resonate. But usually when I do readings, I don't do readings to tell you the future. I can, if spirit gives me something for you, but usually it's to confirm what you already know. Okay, so if you're hearing this and it's confirming, it's resonating with you, that's confirming what you already know. Okay, so they are now making positive long-term plans. They are now, they know they're on the right path, and they're, wanting happy times. So, and will have happy times because they've chosen to change their mindset, basically, and what they put out in love is going to come back to them. Okay, now we're moving on to the physical. We have confront. This is facing fears, having questions, exploring, having courage to explore, having clarity, dealing with the illusions of fear and illusions of like being stuck, examining feelings about a relationship and releasing what no longer is the truth. So this coincides with the other cards. They're really coming into their truth. They are facing themselves for who they are and accepting the integrity of who they are as they are now and what got them here, where they're at. They're facing their fear. They're gaining clarity. They're releasing what is no longer the truth and walking into truth. Facing the shadow side. Okay. This also means courage to explore beliefs and concepts about love. So what they may have been off about or not clear about, they're seeing the truth, integrity, about unconditional love and love. So this is the moon, actually, the moon card in the traditional tarot. So yeah, they're having the courage to face their fears. Okay, so what I have next is just breathe. This is taking a step back and reconnecting, resting or recharging or meditation. And this is basically taking a look at the whole big picture. Like I said, an epiphany, sorry, or an aha moment. They're really going deep and facing the shadow side, finding the innocence again, coming into the integrity and not the win or lose. They're realizing that they have been the cause for most of their unhappiness in the last few years. Okay, when Spirit was trying to get their attention and move them in a direction, and they were fighting it all along and doing their own thing, and they are seeing all of this. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. Their eyes are being opened, and I do have 2 third eye chakra cards in the spiritual and in the physical. So their eyes are being opened to truth, and they're they're reconnecting to that truth as they remain in this meditative or just breathe state, daydream and decisions. So imagination or fantasies, options to choose from, thinking and knowing what you truly want in your heart. This is why they are reconnecting and taking a step back and rest and recharging. They are really thinking about what they truly want in their heart. What will make them happy? What they thought would make them happy, whether it be karmics or this job or that job or just things, or hopping from this thing to that thing, trying to even possibly avoid the journey or make the journey false in some way, the twin flame journey. They are really seeing that the journey was there all along, and this time is being taken to realize what they really, really want, and how that has been right in front of them the whole time, including their fantasies. Everything. This has to do even with their fantasies. So they're daydreaming and making decisions based on that. Okay, When you meet your soul, the other half of your soul, divine masculines and feminines, I know both are watching. Every desire, every fantasy, every good, bad, evil, everything is known to the other part, divine counterpart, because you share the same soul. Thoughts are not hidden from each other. When you are true divine masculine and feminines, some may not have that gift of telepathy to be able to hear thoughts and know thoughts, but many do and know what I'm saying and talking about. And I'm sure if you ask spirit that it can be given to you as well, or learned. But yeah, so know that your divine counterpart, your divine twin flame, fulfills everything in you. Passion, the fantasies, the unconditional love, everything that you've ever wanted in a person, in life, basically. You know, they're that. You're already complete in yourself. You should be. But I mean, coming into your own soul is like walking into everything that you have ever wanted. And that's what they are, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so third eye chakra, their intuition is very, very open right now. Their heart chakra is open. Their third eye chakra is leading and guiding the divine masculines right now into this truth. Okay, into knowing the way to go. Okay, if they're not going in that way, spirit is definitely speaking. Okay, to make them go or cause them to go in that way, telling them, giving them guidance. Okay, awakening. Look at all things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So the divine masculines are looking at things from a different perspective. They are being awakened to this different perspective, a total way of different thinking than they've thought for the last few years or through the journey. Many of them. A temporary standstill because they are really, really seeing the light. They're really, really, the third eye chakra, the heart, everything is just, they're wowing right now. And they're also feeling a little bit like guilty, and they're having to forgive themselves, forgive everything, but there's almost this excitement as well as they realize what is truth, and that kind of like the search is over for what they've been wanting all their life. So, and no, divine masculines, it's important to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You can always be yourself with the divine feminines. Okay? With your divine feminine, you can always be yourself. They won't never reject you because they are you. It would be like rejecting themselves. Okay. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So they are wanting to move forward in this journey, and Spirit is speaking to them about being loyal and dedicated and honorable and kind. And they are being led by angels, by their guardian angels. Yeah, it's time to buckle down and get to happiness. Honor your commitments. Okay? This divine journey is a commitment. It is being loyal and dedicated and honorable and kind to your divine counterpart. You are actually married in soul. Okay? Okay, you have the same soul. There doesn't get more one than that. A piece of paper doesn't make you more one, although it's beautiful and it should be done. But I believe, in my viewpoint, but you can't get more one than sharing a soul, is what I'm meaning. Okay, what we have next is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So divine masculines, buckle down and make those steps. Take those steps. Make the effort for your divine feminines as you are divinely guided. Next we have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. There's no greater energy than love. You guys remember, no one's perfect. Okay, when we fall short, we need to just acknowledge that, get up, and keep loving. Okay, we're not perfect. We're going to be off some days or some moments, but we need to get up and keep loving unconditionally. It's safe to love. Divine masculines. You deserve love. You are lovable. Spirit is saying that you haven't done too much to ruin it. You deserve love. You are lovable. Your divine feminine loves you. The divine loves you. There is forgiveness for you. Allow that forgiveness to flow through you and to you. And know you're lovable. You're not forgotten. Spirit is with you. And allow Spirit to guide you. Okay. Next we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Wow. I never noticed this, but there's a couple right here that look married, like they're on their honeymoon. And then there's an angel right here with wings. That is beautiful. I never noticed that. And he's rowing the boat. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Honeymoon. Beautiful. Okay, next we have express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Many divine masculines are ready to make that gesture. And Spirit is saying, go ahead and make that gesture. It's safe for you to love. Wow, that's beautiful. What an embrace. How they're looking at each other. Oh. Makes me feel love. Okay. Next we have deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. This could be many of the divine masculines taking off their masks. And this can also mean that there's someone else that they're leaving that has wore a mask. That has been deceptive. I'm not feeling that they're being deceptive, but that could mean that as well. So for some divine masculines, if you are not following Spirit, make sure that you follow your intuition. And divine feminines, make sure that you're praying and meditating and sending out good vibes and good thoughts for your divine masculines. Okay. And take off the mask. Divine masculines, there's nothing to fear. Be yourself. The other card just said, be yourself. Where is it? Yeah, it is important it's safe to be yourself. Excuse me. It's important to be yourself. So, unless you are yourself, you can't have loyal and dedicated and honorable and kindness. unless you're authentic and you are yourself. All these cards are talking about being authentic. So take that as that resonates as well. King of Water, trustworthy, compassionate, respectful, or respected, cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy, heartfelt advice. Clarity work. So the divine feminine, divine masculines are basically getting downloads from the divine. They're getting synchronicities. They're changing. Their heart is changing. They want to be trustworthy. They want to be compassionate. They want to be respected. And they know that they were not in a position to be respected. You can't give respect to somebody that is not being respectful. You know, it's just, that has to be earned. That, you know, somebody's being disrespectful, you can't demand respect. Doesn't matter who you are. So this says, open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and clarity work. So divine masculines are seeking truth. They are knowing the truth. Spirit is divinely guiding them into truth. Okay? And they're becoming trustworthy and compassionate and gaining respect because of this. Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Okay. Don't give up, divine masculines or divine feminines. I know this has been a hard journey, but this is Nine of Fire, Nine of Wands. This means that it's almost to completion. A trial or a hard time that would make you want to give up. So protect what you've created and have courage and believe in yourself to move forward in this journey as the divine masculine. Moving on to the spiritual. We have obstacles and challenges. This is seeing the big picture and not just focusing on challenges. I got that clearly about this card this morning. Also gaining clarity about the actions that the divine masculine has taken and how it's affected their life. This also means not playing the victim. Don't play the victim. Take responsibility for your actions and your part in the journey, and know that Spirit will bring you through this positively. So basically changing your perspective, your way of thinking, because your negative way of thinking has brought you to these obstacles and challenges. You basically have attracted them to you. I felt really to say that this morning. I've said different things on this card as it comes up, but this morning I feel that to say to the divine masculines, in this journey, a lot of the negativity you have attracted to yourself by the negative response and I don't know if attitude's the word, or negative perspective. You have the intents that you have put out that are changing has caused a lot of this, is what I'm trying to say. But Spirit has shed light on that and showing you don't play the victim, and take responsibility for your own positivity and your own positive outlook, because that will be a mirror to your divine feminine as well. So you play a big role in this journey, and knowing and looking at that in a far bigger aspect is very important. Okay? And know that the divine will take you through these challenges and obstacles as you realize and are realizing, as the mental cards have shown, you are coming out of that. Suffering in silence. Are you finally ready to let go of limiting or negative beliefs? Or are you allowing issues in your life to become bigger than they actually are? This is also being trapped in fear. And take action and trust. So this again is saying, are you ready to come out of this fear and this negative mindset and actually see the sun for what it is and not just the desert. See the brightness and the beauty instead of just the desolate. This is also a 9, meaning it's coming to completion. So I believe a lot of the divine masculines are coming out of this, and they are changing their perspectives as they surrender in silence and let go of the limiting of beliefs and let go of the fear, and look at the bigger picture. Just as the other card, challenges and obstacles. This is kind of the same thing, but this is them actually doing this, and even surrendering in silence, like with the divine, being directed by the divine. How do I know that? Because divinely intuitive direction. Their third eye chakra is being open to know which way to go. They're being divinely guided. Into their destiny. Yep, these cards are coming out just like this. Yes, they are. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Take advantage of the opportunity. Take action now. Believe and trust. You are being given a chance to understand the lessons and gain the wisdom from the past, to be able to move forward positively. But wow, all these cards have to do with moving out of negative into a positive mindset. The last couple of weeks have been really the divine masculines coming into like a hermit mode and really changing a perspective, having the Hangman card, and I really believe that many are really seeing the light now. They're understanding. They're coming into truth, their divine truth, which is beautiful. Yeah, this is believing and trust. This is Spirit saying that you're being given, a chance to see the lessons from all that's happened in a positive outlook, so that you can manifest positive, so that you can mirror positive to your divine feminine, okay, and back to yourself as well. Next we have authority. What I'm getting from this is logic, strength, wisdom, power, developing the divine masculine qualities to lead, love unconditionally. To lead and love unconditionally. Divine masculine is coming into his divinity, into being the divine masculine in heart, soul, mind, and being. Many of the divine masculines are moving into this unconditional love where they know who they are as the divine masculine. This is a spiritual card. This is also the Emperor. They're coming into being the Emperor. Coming into their truth, their strength, their courage to move forward in the twin flame journey and take the lead in unconditional love. And as they grow and grow in unconditional love and courage and strength and power by the divine, then the divine feminines will follow. As the divine feminines were the leader because they're emotional. The divine had to orchestrate it that way because the divine feminines couldn't lead in the beginning because they had to learn how to be emotional, which has a lot to do with unconditional love. This is powerful, guys. This is powerful. I hope you're hearing this. Woo! I feel like I could float right now. All right. 3 of air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself and others. Okay. Because they're coming into the Emperor and the authority of the divine masculine and this unconditional love, they're realizing what they haven't done and what they've done to the divine feminine, and this is hurting. Some of them are possibly afraid of losing the divine feminine or feel like they may have lost the divine feminine, so they're feeling the sadness that the divine feminine has felt. They're feeling they're healing from this. They are needing to forgive themselves. Okay, they're needing to have unconditional love for themselves in this area where they've been angry and put out negative and received negative and tossed negative to the divine feminine when they were trying to do what the divine was asking them to do. Basically, this is the divine feminine receiving justice, but not in a negative way, because the divine feminine is not going to say, "See, I told you God would humble you." It's not about that. It's about, "I'm glad you can see now, because I love you. I want you to forgive yourself. Forgive me, forgive yourself, and forgive others, because you now see, you now are able to walk in the unconditional love and be the divine masculine." That's what unconditional love does. Life experiences. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. This is basically the Tower. But in this aspect, it's happening spiritually. It's not happening to where, it's happening to where they see they need to ask for forgiveness. They need to forgive themselves. It's happening within, not without. This is a Tower moment inside where they're having the aha moments and the epiphanies, and it's a gentle Tower moment. It's coming in swiftly and knocking stuff down and showing the truth, but in love. The divine is doing this gently. It is crashing down, and it's wide opening wake-up call, but it's done with unconditional love. That's what I feel right now. Okay, the overall cards for the Divine Masculine Twin Flame Collective reading. Four of Air. Time to rest and take a vacation. Allow time for making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So Divine Masculines may be taking some time alone to heal, to make the right decisions, to make long-term plans, or just needing a vacation and time to meditate to gain more direction. The Empress. We have the Emperor here and the Empress. This is like the Divine Feminine showing up in the Divine Masculines reading. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. Divine Masculine. You're about to give birth to your dreams. Everything you ever wanted is in this journey. I mean, it's fulfillment in this journey. Being with your own soul. Okay, so continue to love yourself unconditionally and forgive yourself and allow yourself to heal, meditate, make those decisions, and move forward. Your Divine Feminines will love you unconditionally. Okay, Six of Air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. Again, this has a lot to do with a boat. This is like the third card about taking a trip. Or, well, we even got honeymoon over here. So maybe many of you are going to be like coming into union and actually going on a honeymoon, or on a vacation or a trip with your Divine Masculines, or going to take the Divine Feminines with them. Or it could mean that they need time to rest and continue on. But I'm feeling that for many, this is going to be a union thing. Union time, because of the honeymoon is there. And I keep seeing going together on a boat or taking a trip. Okay. Three of Water. A celebration, a wedding. Oh my gosh. Generation of birth, graduation or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. So this is about a wedding or a celebration, or going to something that is celebrated or brings happy moments, blissful moments. Celebrating union, this could also mean. But being in an atmosphere of celebration, or a spirit of celebration. After that, we have the Chariot, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So the Divine Masculines are, they're getting ready to come forward, Divine Feminines. I will say that. And they're going to do it publicly. Self-discipline and willpower, they're achieving. Once they achieve these final things that are taking place right now, many of them are going to come forward publicly and declare their love and walk into this unconditional love. Walk right into this journey. They're already in it, but walk into it with you. This card is facing the celebration. It's facing the trips. It's facing towards all this lavish abundance and all that. Okay, so a new beginning and a fresh start. Thank you for bringing a new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Divine Masculines, trust and keep moving forward and keep learning and growing. New beginnings are happening, fresh starts. We're not going back to the past. Everything's becoming new. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what part of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answer and giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So there's some things that the Divine Masculine are needing to leave. As they watch this, they will understand what these are. It will be confirmation as these cards resonate to the Divine Masculine. Many Divine Feminines may know what these things are that they need to leave. It could be karmic, so it could be unhealthy, just living situations, or patterns and cycles. Okay. Eternal love, help me perceive all the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. This is eternal love. Infinity times infinity. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So, Divine Masculines, whoever you're asking about, which could be the Divine Feminines, this person is trustworthy, okay? Know that Spirit is answering your question with that. Detach from the situation. Michael Angel, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut away attachments to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Okay, so this is moving away from fear and the drama. I believe that the fear and the drama is much of what the Divine Masculine has caused within his own life, not even knowing it at the time. But he is moving away from this. He or she. Take the cards as they resonate, because this could be either or gender as you watch these videos. But I'm feeling that moving away from the negative perspective and fear and drama that I talked about in the beginning of the video, where it was, instead of the winning, it's integrity based. Instead of winning and fighting and drama, it's integrity and truth and love and leaving the old and moving into the new. Okay. Next we have sobriety. So Divine Masculine's Spirit is wanting you to be sober-minded and sober living, so that you can, this could be preventing your union as well. So make sure, you know, to let go of all codependencies and just move away from all fears, because a lot of times we mask, when we're afraid, we'll mask the fear with things like drinking it away or doing drugs or sexual things that make us not have to face how we truly feel. So Spirit is really moving on the Divine Masculines to face their feelings. So move away from this so that you can face your feelings. I believe that Spirit is moving the Divine Masculines away from this. Continue to do that, Divine Masculines. It's so that you can feel, so that you can know the truth in your journey and have the unconditional love that ultimately you're desiring. That's why you go to these things, is because of the emptiness. And Spirit wants to show you that the fulfillment of your life that you've been looking for all your life is within your own soul and right under your nose, right in front of you. So keep doing positive things and let go of this dependency on negative. Okay? What I have next is obstacles are detours in the right direction. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Just like the tower. Okay, that reminds me of the tower. It's like, it's when God has to bring you a tower moment to get your attention, that's a major obstacle, right? Or something that gets our attention so that we will move in the right direction, but it's all for our highest good. It's not to bring just destruction, it's to bring enlightenment and awakening to the truth, which is ultimately unconditional love. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. And I have one card to read. It's called Disciplehood. Number 8. Infinity. Oh, sorry. I'm a little bit weird today. I'm going to put this down here while I read, because sometimes when I read, I want to stop and make sure the card is right, or, you know, instead of just worry about turning pages and stuff, I'm trying to do 3 things, so. Okay. The many teachers of Junod. We'll just call him Junod. That's because it's a weird name. Okay, no situation is without a lesson. No situation at all. All situations are pregnant, but you have to discover. It may not be available on the surface. You have to be watchful. You have to look at all the aspects of the situation. Wow, that's deep. In other words, you could be sitting on a blessing, but depending on how you look at it, if you just look at it from a surface view, you may not see it. It sometimes takes you going deep to realize that you're pregnant with a blessing. Okay, I'm gonna read this. One of the great Sufi masters, Junod, yeah, was asked when he was dying. His chief disciple came close to him and asked, "Master, are you leaving us?" Why isn't there a question mark there? Are you leaving us? One question has always been in our minds, but we could never gather courage enough to ask you. Who was your master? This has been a great curiosity among the disciples, because we have never heard you talk about your master. Junod opened his eyes and said, it will be very difficult for me to answer, because I have learned from almost everybody. The whole existence has been my master. I have learned from every event that has happened in my life, and I am grateful to all that has happened, because out of all that learning I have arrived. Junod said, just to satisfy your curiosity, I will give you 3 instances. 1. I was very thirsty and I was going toward the river and carrying my begging bowl, the only possession I had. When I reached the river, a dog rushed and jumped into the river, starting to drink. I watched for a moment and threw away my begging bowl because it is useless. A dog can do without it. I also jumped into the river, drank as much water as I wanted. My body was cool because I had jumped into the river. I sat in the river for a few moments, thanking the dog, touched his feet with deep reverence because he had taught me a lesson. I had dropped everything, all possessions, but there was a certain clinging to my begging bowl. It was a beautiful bowl, a beautiful carved, very, very beautifully carved, and I was always aware that somebody might steal it. Even in the night, I used to put it under my head as a pillow so nobody could snatch it away from me. That was my last clinging. The dog helped me. It was so clear. If a dog can manage without a begging bowl, I am a man. Why can I manage? What dog? That dog was one of my masters. Secondly, he said, I lost my way in the forest. By the time I reached the nearest village that I could find, it was midnight. Everybody was fast asleep. I wandered all over the town to see if I could find somebody awake to give me shelter for the night until finally I found one man. I asked him, it seems only 2 persons are awake in the town, you and I. Can you give me shelter for the night? The man said, I can see from your groan that you are Sufi monk. Word Sufi comes from surf. Surf means wool, woolen, garnet. The Sufis have used the woolen garment for centuries. Hence, they are called Sufis because of their garments. The thief said, I can see you are Sufi, and I feel a little embarrassed to take you in my home. I am perfectly willing, but I must tell you who I am. I am a thief. Would you like to be the guest of a thief? For a moment, Junod hesitated. The thief said, look, it is better that I told you. You seem hesitant. The thief is willing, but the mystic seems to be hesitant to enter into the house of the thief, as if the mystic is weaker than the thief. I am not afraid of you. In fact, I should be afraid of you. You may change me. You may transform my whole life. Inviting you means danger, but I am not afraid. You are welcome. Come to my home, eat, drink, go to sleep, and stay as long as you want. Because I live alone, and my learning is enough, and my earning is enough. I can manage for 2 persons, and it will be really beautiful to chit-chat with you of great things. But you seem hesitant, and Junod came aware that this was true. He asked to be forgiven. He touched the feet of the thief and said, yes, my rootedness is my own being, and my own being is very weak. You are a really strong man. I would like to come to your home, and I would like to stay a little longer, not only for the night. I want to be stronger myself. The thief said, come on. He fed Siphi, gave him something to drink, helped him to prepare for sleep, and said, now I will go. I have to do my own thing. I will come back early in the morning. Early in the morning, the thief came back. Junod asked, have you been successful? The thief said, no, not today, and I will try tomorrow, but I will try tomorrow. And this happened continuously for 30 days. Every night the thief went out, and every morning he came back empty-handed. But he was never sad, never frustrated, no sign of failure on his face, always happy. And he would say, it doesn't matter. I tried my best. I could not find anything today again, but tomorrow I will try. And God willing, it can happen tomorrow if it has not happened today. After a month, Junod left, and for years he tried to realize the ultimate, and it was always a project he remembered. Oh wait, sorry, I lost my place. After 1 month, Junod left, and for years he tried to realize the ultimate, and it was always a failure. But each time he decided to drop the whole project, he remembered the thief, his smiling face, and his saying, God willing. What has not happened today will happen tomorrow. Junod asked, I remember the thief as one of my greatest masters. Without him, I would not be what I am. And third, he said, I entered into a small village. A little boy was carrying a lit candle, obviously going to a small temple of the town, and put the candle there for the night. Junod asked, can you tell me from where the light comes? You have lighted the candle yourself, so you must have seen. What is the source of light? The boys laughed, and he said, what? And he blew out the candle in front of Junod. And he said, have you seen the light go? Oh, you have seen the light go. Can you tell me where it has gone? If you can tell me where it has gone, I will tell you from where it comes from, because it has gone to the same place. It has returned to the source. And Junod said, I had met a great philosopher, but nobody had made such a beautiful statement. I had met great philosophers, but nobody had made such a beautiful statement. It has gone to its own very source. Everything returns to its source finally. Moreover, the child made me aware of my own ignorance. I was trying to joke with the child, but the joke was on me. He showed me that asking foolish questions from where the light comes from is not intelligent. It comes from wherever, it comes from nowhere, from nothingness, and it goes back to nowhere and nothingness. Junod said, I touched the feet of the child. The child was puzzled. He said, why are you touching my feet? And I told him, you are my master. You have shown me something. You have given me great lessons, a great insight. Since the time Junod said, I have been meditating on nothingness, and slowly I have entered into nothingness. And now the final moment has come when the light will go out, and the candle will go out, and the light will go out. And I know where I am going. The same source. I remember the child and with gratefulness. I remember the child with gratefulness, and I can still see him standing before me, blowing out the candle. I can still see him standing before me, blowing out the candle. Wow. What I'm getting from this and what we just read is divine masculines are really being humbled, and it is a blessing. I love you all, and I hope this reading has been a blessing to you. If you would like a personal reading, please feel free to contact me. Until the next video, I'll talk to you soon.